Now, welcome to this series of our English language for advanced learners. English language for advanced learners. Now, we're going to look at words and their opposites. Words and their opposites. Because sometimes you can express some things using opposite words. You can express them in the same way using opposite words, or you can express them in different ways using opposite words. For example, if I say, I want to go up, I want to go up, it means I can also say, I don't want to go down. I am saying the same thing, but you see, I'm using up and down. In this particular example, this particular sentence, I'm using the two opposites, but I'm expressing the same thing. I want to go up. I don't want to go down. So, if I know the opposites, that can help me to explain some things. For example, if I say, oh, I don't want to be poor. I want to be rich. You see, poor and rich, they are opposites, but I'm using the two opposite words to express the same thing. Okay? So, if you know words in their opposite forms, you can also use them to express yourself in English language, whether written or spoken English. So, we are looking at antonyms, opposite in meaning, words and their opposites. Words and their opposites. That is what we call antonyms. Opposite in meaning. So, we are going to take that from words with the first alphabet A, that starts with the first alphabet A, and then we move on. So, follow us as we go along. Affluence. Affluence means wealthy, rich, rich. Affluence means rich, wealthy. So, the opposite of it is poor, poverty, or abject, poverty. Next one is aftermath. Aftermath means the consequence, the result. Aftermath, the consequence. So the opposite of it is curse. The opposite of aftermath is curse. What is the cause of this? If you see the cause of this, then we know the aftermath, the consequence. So aftermath, the opposite is curse. Number 3, active. Active. What's the opposite word for active? Passive. I want to be active. I don't want to be passive. You see that? Active, opposite word, passive. Automatic. That's happening as quickly as possible. Automatic. What's the opposite word? Manual. Okay? Number 5, aggravate. Aggravate means to worsen, to make something worse, for something to deteriorate. That is aggravate, make it worse. Or the sickness may aggravate. The situation in the country may aggravate, make it worse. What's the opposite word for it? Alleviate, improve. Alleviate means to improve, to make it better. Number 6, artificial. Artificial, that means something that is not natural. Is artificial, is made just like made by man. Man-made. Artificial. What's the opposite of it? Natural, just natural, existing on this as nature. Not made by man, not created by man, natural. Number 7, anarchy. That's a state of confusion, a state of disorder. Anarchy. What is the opposite word that we can use for anarchy? Orderliness. Orderly. Anarchy also chaos. Orderly. Aloof. That means separated, like standing alone. Standing separate. Aloof. What's the opposite word we can use? Crowded. Plenty people together. Crowded. Plenty people together. Number 9, adduce. That is to produce correct answer. Adduce, to produce wrong answer. To give What is the opposite word for it? Refute. Refute means to deny, to say that this is wrong. Okay, reject, refute. Refute, to prove wrong, to say that something is wrong. Acquiesce. Acquiesce is to accept. 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 Acquiesce. Agree. Agree. Accept. Agree. What is the opposite word for it? Reject. 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 That is refuse. Reject. Okay. Now, boost. 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 That is to make something to improve, to support. To provide a support in order to make something to grow. Growth. What is the opposite word for it? Deflect. Deflect. That is to make something to go down. Deflect. To lose the trajectory. Number 12, buttress. 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 Buttress also means support. How can you buttress your argument? You can buttress your argument, your idea. Buttress, support. Bring something to bring more ideas to support, or for somebody to support. What is that? Demolish, destroy, demolish, demolish. That is the opposite of buttress. Boom, boom, like a state where the economy is improving very well, is doing very, very well. Okay? What is the opposite word for it? Slump. Slump, that is going down drastically. Number 14, boring. Boring, not interesting. When something is not interesting, it's not exciting, you say it's boring. What is the opposite word you can use for boring? Exciting or interesting. Corroborate. 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 That means support. Provide argument to support. Support. Okay? What is support? Corroborate. I corroborate your standpoint. I corroborate your argument. What is that? Deny. Contradict. So corroborate, contradict. Contradict, that is deny. Craggy. Craggy. Craggy means rough. When something is not smooth, rough, craggy. What is the opposite word for that? Smooth. Smooth. When it is something is smooth, the table can be craggy, but the mobile face, the glass, can be smooth. Colossal, very huge, very big. Colossal, 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 very huge, very big. Look at colossal there, very huge, very big. What is the opposite word we can use for it? Small, little, colossal. Confiscate, seize, like government trying to confiscate the property of politicians, and afterwards they can decide to release. Confiscate is to seize. So the opposite word for it is release or return. Cumbersome, very heavy and hefty. Heavy. What's the opposite word you can use for it? Light, easy, not heavy. Criticize. That is to say something negative about somebody. Say something negative about somebody. What is the opposite word for it? Praise. That is to say that somebody has done something very good and you want to give the person some accolade. Praise. So that these are some of the words we are going to take in our first series of antonyms, words and their opposites. If you like a video, please subscribe, share, and give us a thumbs up.